Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Somerville Doughboy Stadium. Today's matchup, we have Lynn Classical versus your Somerville Highlanders. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please keep your mask on at all times. It is a stadium rule, so please leave your mask on. Thank you. And now your starting lineups for Lynn Classical. Number 1, Jessica Page. Number 2, Molly Manahan. Number 3, Mary Collins. Number 5, Olivia Waterman. Number 9, Jada Mateo. Number 11, Ava Thurman. Number 13, Ava Carenti. Number 14, Anna Flaherty. Number 15, Eliza Parenti. Number 17, Kitty Mannion. Number 20, Delaney Dana. Lynn Classical's head coach, Mike Sheena. And now, your starting lineup for your Somerville Highlanders. Number 1, Elizabeth Da Silva. Number 2, Stephanie Mendoza Bernal. Number 3, Bridget Frazier. Number 4, Marie Lassad Brunt. Number 5, Violet Stickle. Number 7, Lillian Martin. Number 9, Kara Guadia. Number 10, Jill Hutchinson. Number 11, Emily Pena. Number 12, Maya Hanley. Number 37, Fenya Savage Montiel. The Highlanders head coach, Tony Arias. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Doughboy Stadium. We are here for the semifinal of the Greater Boston League between your Lady Highlanders and Lynn English. excuse me, I apologize. Lynn Classical. There are always multiple schools in Lynn. That's my bad, folks. So, we're in for a good game today, folks. Good weather. Pretty ideal soccer weather. A little bit of wind, but doesn't seem to be too severe. And it's not too hot, so that fatigue won't be kicking in too dramatically. I always forget to do this. My name is Marcelo Brociner, Somerville High School class of 2014, and 3-year player for the Somerville High School boys soccer team, senior captain. It's always an honor to be here at Dilboy Stadium. Spent a lot of time here on the track team as well as the soccer team. And an early back pass from Steph to Elizabeth. Some early pressure, though, but Steph gets out of it, and she finds Kira. Kira is always such a danger on this right side, or I should say, yeah, on the right side. She usually sticks on the right. Nice cut back there. Marie with the one-time pass. It's, wow, really well done there to get the ball. Tight space there, and a little bit rushed on the cross. I don't think she realized there. I believe that's Emily out on the far side. I don't think she realized just how much time she had there. Great touch from Jill to set it up for Marie. Nice first touch there from Emily again to open up the hips. And the pass back is deflected out of play. Short loss of balance there by Lynn Classical's number 11, Ava Thurman. But they retain possession. Ball played over the top there. That's Bridget reading the danger as always, but a misplaced back pass, uncharacteristic of Bridget. That's all right, but a corner kick to Lynn Classical in these opening couple minutes. Last time I was here was for the boys game against Medford, and that was a painful one, with the boys losing 4-0, and the fourth goal coming in the form of what was one of the best goals I've ever seen at Dilboy Stadium. Low cross in. It's a miskicked clearance from Steph, but she's able to find Emily in the end. Good ball, actually, out to Emily. Emily trying to find Maya Hanley, but unable to, and Marie recovers. Ball played up. That's a nice ball. And great work as well. That's Lily, the freshman for the Lady Highlanders. What a player she is. Kira, always pacey on this right side. She takes the quick kick in. Jill, back to Kira. Nice work, but 3 Lynn Classical players swarming, and the ball goes out off of Kira in the end. Just a reminder for those of us watching that a kick-in is, the ball cannot go above the waist. And that makes sense because, you know, if there was no height limit for a kick-in, then you'd have a free kick every time you have a, hold on here, there's a chance for Lynn Classical. That's a good touch from the number 9, and the ball into the box, cleared out. Well done there to anticipate the danger. That was an early sign for the Highlanders, just to be mindful. That was Jada Mateo, the junior for Lynn Classical, who did well there to get a strong touch on the ball and get past the defender. Nice fake there, but a good tackle from Stephanie there. And a chance here for a counterattack, potentially. Maya holding the ball up. What a ball that is to Lily. Just a little too much inward curve on it, though, and Lily unable to find the path of it. And the ball played up line. Well defended there. That is, who is that over there? Oh, hold on here. Elizabeth doing really well there to come out, but she's given it to a Lynn Classical player, although in the end she's able to, we're able to get rid of. Ball back here. Well defended again. My apologies, right. That's Violet out on the far side at left back. So we currently have 3 ninth graders starting in this game for the Highlanders. One being Lily at what looks to be one of the two forwards, along with Maya. We have Violet playing at left back. And we have Emily playing at left midfield. So 3 different positions, and 3 important positions at that Coach Tony will feel really good about, especially considering that he's losing a significant number of players to graduation this year. Good idea from Jill there, but she can't quite cut the angle, and it's comfortably in the hands of the Lynn Classical keeper. Apologies, looking here. I believe that's Anna Flaherty. Well, this is pretty incredible. I'm looking at ball over the top. Lily, really, really good at pressing. Lily is. She's an engine. She just always runs. And even the way that she runs, it's kind of intimidating. It looks like she's a velociraptor just trying to eat the ball up from you. And I mean that in the best way, Lily, I promise. I would be intimidated as a defender. And that's, you need that intimidation factor all day. Jill always knows how to get in front of the ball. Really good drag back as well. Finds Maya. Maya's got a lot of time there. She does well to find Emily. Emily unable to settle it quickly, and heavy touch pounced on. Ball played back to Fenya. Fenya does well to protect it. It was she was under pressure there, and ball kicked out yet again. Ball out here on this near side. And the sun is peeking through. It's a strange day. Hold on here, good through ball, but it's a little wider than I thought it would be. And it's really well defended. Elizabeth can actually come collect. It stays in play. Emily here, really good work. And she's still got the ball. Well, a lot of this early possession for the Highlanders is coming down this far side. And it could work out well in the end as well, because, hold on here, nice cross in. Not quite dealt with. Lily passing it back to no one in particular. No one was quite there to receive it. But Steph with a strong step. Really good defending there. Nice tackle. And Bridget keeping number 9 here on the line. And that is, again, that is Jada, who seems to be a big threat for Lynn Classical. Ball gets through to Lily somehow, and Lily trying to play Maya through. And Maya's got pace. Oh, she's got pace for days here. Can she finish it, though? Off the crossbar. Well, that was amazing work from Maya. The ball from Lily wasn't quite the friendliest, but Maya turned on the wheels, and she managed to get a really good shot off. She didn't have much of an angle, and it struck off that, almost that intersection between crossbar and post. Early chance there for the Highlanders. Goal kick goes straight to Maya, but I don't even think she was really expecting that. And as I mentioned track a few moments earlier, it's pretty cool to see some track folks getting a workout in on the track. It's been a really difficult year for all athletics, all coaches. And just wanted to give a shout out to all of them for making things work despite everything that's been put in front of them. I know that the football team in particular has really, really suffered numbers-wise, and it's just really hard, especially with a team that big. Because, you know, in soccer, I mean, you can make a team work with, you know, 15, 16 kids. I mean, that's okay, although a little risky. But for something like football, I mean, if you only have 25 people, that's like a third of a team almost. So really hard. And track and field is different, of course, but, you know, the more the merrier. You need more competition within your own ranks to push one another. Ball cleared out from Lynn Classical here. Well, in this condensed season, funnily enough, there have been a couple really iconic and important moments in two very different realms of the world. Obviously, the less significant one being the collapse of the European Super League that was announced in April, which would have been basically the end of top European soccer as we know it. And then, of course, much more significantly, the conviction of Derek Chauvin on all 3 counts of murder of George Floyd. No big news today, at least not that I know of. Kira trying to knock it around the defender, and she does really well there to do so and keep it as well. Great control and an unorthodox tackle that somehow worked out in the end, and it is a goal kick to Lynn Classical. I don't know. Kira had her beat the first time, but then it has to be said, it was well done there by the defender to get back and recover there. That looks like number 17, Kitty Manian. And also, this is probably the most unique roster I've ever seen because I see 1, 2... Shot there from Lily blocked. I see one player who's a freshman that is both a goalie and a forward. I see a sophomore who's both a midfielder and a forward. You never really, and then we have one person who's just a goalie. So I've never really seen that ever where you have a player who's marked as a goalie and another position, you know. Sometimes a midfielder or a forward, that's pretty common, but a goalie and a forward, pretty different. Lily well off sides there. Not anticipating that pass to be played to her. In other news, in Somerville, today was the first day where all teachers, or practically all teachers, returned to the new Somerville High School. And it was really nice, I have to say. I mean, obviously the high school itself is incredible. And it just looks amazing, and the students deserve it, the teachers deserve it, everyone deserves it. But as well, just, you know, it feels good to be back in an educational setting again. I think for teachers and obviously students, didn't really feel like school in any way, shape, or form. So mentally, more than anything, I think it's going to be really big for folks to get back in person for learning and hopefully get a better experience out of it. Misplaced pass there by Violet. Well, we're almost 15 minutes into this first half, and it's been all Somerville. Lynn Classical yet to threaten our goal. And the Highlanders, Lady Highlanders, have created one clear-cut chance, although I can't even really call it clear-cut. Maya did really well to run onto that pass from Lily. And Maya didn't have much of an angle, but she still managed to get a strong connection on it. And it went off that top right crossbar. That's one of the most agonizing feelings as a forward, is watching yourself miss a goal by the thinnest of margins. It's that and goal line clearances. Those are painful. Good corner, and Elizabeth, great hands by Elizabeth there. Really, really reassuring for her defenders to hold on like that. And what a punt as well, although it has to be said, no one was really up yet for the Highlanders. Maybe best to hold on for an extra second. Ball bounces here, and Kira, oh, it's a really lucky bounce for Lynn Classical. Sometimes that just happens. Nice 1-2. Can Bridget get the tackle in? What a tackle from Bridget. That's the equivalent of a goal right there. That is a senior tackle. That was huge. The Highlanders fell asleep there. There was a really lucky bounce for Lynn Classical, but then that 1-2 was a little too easy in unlocking our defense. Bridget did really well to recover there. As we see some young women from the Somerville High School track team doing a cool down, what looks like a cool down at the end of a workout. Corner blocked. Awkward spin, though, and it stayed in, and Violet wasn't quite sure what to do with it. Better safe than sorry. It's out for another corner kick. You got to remember as well, funny enough, I mean, it's kind of surprising to me that they're even doing corner kicks, considering that you can't head the ball. I think that's really weird, but I guess one less thing for the Highlanders to worry about on the corner, in that, you know, they don't have to worry about a header. So I guess it'd have to be, you know, shoulder, chest, or just an unlucky own goal, whatever it might be. But here we are. Elizabeth, nice punch out. It looks like they're going to want to strike it. Oh, complete miscommunication there, but it somehow worked out. A couple really lucky bounces here for Lynn Classical. Nice tackle from Jill, but she's caught out in defense and gets the ball stolen away. Ball played through. Nice read by Fenya again. Looking for Lily, but it's intercepted. The Highlanders under some pressure right now. They can't really get out of their own half. But Violet intercepts. Can she settle? She does. Heavy touch. It works out. Jill. Tricky for Jill, but she keeps the ball in the end. Steph. Nice. Jill. Jill with a beautiful pass. What a pass to Marie. Can she keep it in? She can. And she does. And it goes all the way across to Lily. Lily, nice turn. Can she find... Ooh, almost. Really good work there from Lily to at least keep the play alive momentarily. Jill, what a beast Jill is. Tracking back and winning the ball, keeping it, giving it to Violet. The heart of this Highlander team, Jill Hutchinson, who will be attending Tufts University in the fall. And I am very confident that she could play for their varsity soccer team, without a doubt. She's got everything it takes. Ball out, wayward pass from Lynn Classical. Somerville kicking, quick one to Marie. Marie, nice drag back. She's always got that drag back in her locker. Jill to Maya. Big touch to get some space for herself. She's got Kira trying to stay on side. Good touch from Kira to bring it in. Looking for Lily. Lily with the first time shot. That's a great effort from Lily. Well, you know, that's not something that your typical ninth grader might do. Take a first-time shot from outside the 18 and get it pretty close to hitting the target. Nice work there from the Highlanders that started all the way back with Marie on the far side, dragged it back to Jill, Jill to Maya, and then Maya to Kira. That was a move in the making, to say the least. So definitely a good sign for the Lady Highlanders there. They're finding space, and they seem to know how to open it up. Kira to Maya. Maya, awkward pass, but it worked out almost. Lily, heavy touch with the thigh. That's a foul, surely, against Maya. Referee shakes his head no. Well, I thought that was certainly impeding her ability to continue her move, but it is what it is. You're not going to get every call. Great feet by Maya. Lays it off to Kira. Kira, first time pass in the middle. It was a good idea. Maya keeps it. No one there, though, for the pass. And it's a good battle here, it has to be said. Maya with a strong shoulder. Oh my goodness, ref. What are you doing? Awful call there. That was just being stronger than your opponent. Maya's showing you how to use your shoulder legally. The referee's showing you, I don't know. I don't know what he's showing you. And here we are in the middle of the park now. Ball falls to Marie. Marie, she's got Kaylee. Marie, nice fake there. She finds Kaylee. Kaylee's in the box. Good cutback, but crowded there. There were two Lynn Classical players ready to pounce. Ball played down the line. Jill lets it run across her body, unable to get a good touch on it, but Maya wings it back so smoothly. Here's Marie. Good idea to play the ball across, but it's intercepted by Lynn Classical. That's really well done. Oh, but the ball given away here. Kira not quite able to settle, though, and the chance for a counter here is quickly stopped by Steph. Steph's had a few really good moments. Look at that. What good defending by Steph. A risky pass into the middle, it has to be said, but Violet does well to step in, and Fenya clears the danger. But Steph's had a couple really big tackles, and you like to see that that assertive play by your defenders. It gives everybody in the team more confidence. Maya brings it back, slowing the play down. Jill looking up, orchestrating as usual. Drags it back again. She's got Violet and finds her. Violet, not in a rush either, looking back initially, but she finds Marie. Marie, heavy first touch with the left, but it works out. Ball into Lily, gets a touch. It was at an awkward height for her, though. Jill, again, looking at every possible option. Well, that was certainly a pass for Steph to run onto, but perhaps a little too far ahead for Stephanie to see that. And the ball into the box goes straight into the hands of the Lynn Classical keeper. And unfortunately, I don't know who the Lynn Classical keeper is. I mean, I'll just take a leap of faith and assume that it's the one who's only a goaltender. It says goaltender, it's not a goalkeeper. Hold on here, chance for Lynn Classical. A run on the far side is not spotted, luckily for the Highlanders. And a soft pass eventually falls to us. Lily running back. She's got pace, Lily. And that's Somerville ball. But sorry, as I was saying, there's only one goalie on this team for Lynn Classical that is only a goalie. And that is, yeah. Okay, I said it right the first time. I just making sure I didn't want to butcher anything. This is a water break. We will be back momentarily. back. We are back in action. I just had a funny little moment with Capasso, Chris Capasso, the head coach of the boys hockey team, GBL champs, way back when I was in high school playing for Somerville High. I'm half Cuban, for anyone who didn't know. And Capasso, I make rap music. Another fun fact. And Capasso said, no, your rap name is Cuban Missile Strike. And I was like, you know what? Won't lie, it's kind of fresh, but I don't think my Cuban mother would approve of that. So I'm good. Also, I'm a pacifist, so I'm not going to promote weapons, but it sounds good. If there's another Cuban rapper out there looking for a better name, then now you have one. I'd say the chances are slim to none. And that's number 17 on the kick in here, Kitty. Number 3, that was Mary. Nice touch from Maya to protect the ball, but misplaced pass there. Ball played up to Kaylee. Kaylee, it has to be said, hasn't seen much of the ball so far. Not her fault, it just hasn't come her way. And a good opportunity there, but a heavy touch from Marie. And a foul off the ball there after Violet had already passed it to a teammate. And Highlanders with a free kick. Ball out there. That's a Lynn classical kick-in. Cleared up. And that's Jada, who's been the main threat for Lynn so far offensively. Bridget gets there, but almost shoved off the ball. Does well, though, in the end. Fenya, nice job there to find Marie. Marie, can she settle quickly enough? She finds Kaylee. A strong step there, though, from Lynn Classical. And Marie does well to keep it, and she keeps it in play as well. Nicely done there. Violet, nice work from the Highlanders. Getting out of pressure there. Really good work. And Jill just lets it run across her body. So well done there. It's little things like that that show your quality. Nice pass to Lily. It's a little wide, though. And perhaps a sign of youth showing there. Lily, she got the right run. She stayed on sides, but she didn't quite realize how much time she had there in the box. You know, once you're in the box, it's natural to get a little bit excited. And, you know, that kind of composure is going to come with time, but good work from the Highlanders, and that really started from some nice play from 3 different Lady Highlanders there to just keep possession. And Elizabeth is fine. I thought she was hurt, but she was just crouching for a second. She's good. She hasn't had a save to make, if I can recall correctly. And actually, funny enough, you can say the same for Lynn Classical's goalkeeper, although she has definitely been more nervous, I'll say, out of the 2. Kira. Good idea there, and she still has the ball, Kira. Maya, nice turn back. Jill looking for her options. She doesn't have a lot. Lynn is really packed in here. And Bridget and Fenya super far back. I'm actually not sure why they're playing so far back. I guess clear instructions from Coach Tony Arias to avoid a counterattack. Perhaps aware of Jada's pace. What a touch from Lily. What a pass from Lily. Oh, my goodness. The way she brought that ball under control, it was in the air. It was a really hard height. You know, that's stuff that's more instinctive than coached. Although, of course, Coach Tony Arias has done amazing work with this team. But those are little things he'll love to see. Violet, really good marking, and that's off the Lynn Classical player, it looked like to me. No? Indeed, it is. Great work from Violet there. And a substitution being made. That's Kaylee coming out for Emily. So 3 freshmen back on the pitch at the same time. Remember, the pitch is the English term, the British term for field, the soccer field. Oh, risky pass there, putting Jill under pressure, but Elizabeth comes out and collects. Kick in here for Lynn Classical is an awkward one. Marie. Oh, miss kick there from Violet, but it worked out. It got to Emily, but Emily loses it, and it's another kick in to Somerville. Just a reminder, as we approach the final 10 minutes of this first half, folks, this is the semifinal of the Greater Boston League. Obviously, in a normal fall sports season, there would be no playoffs for the GBL. It's a league, so it would just be a matter of who has the best record at the end of the season. But given the COVID-19 pandemic and the significantly shortened season as a result, there is a knockout format being implemented. Nice turn there by Lynn Classical, but strong defending by Fenya to push that Lynn Classical player off the ball. Kira. Ball played back to Maya. Maya settles, but again, Kitty has had a few important tackles here for Lynn Classical. And Jill, again, first to the ball. She's under a little pressure here. Can she break out of it? She can, and she finds Marie. Marie, first time pass to Maya. Maya, short of options, but she creates a little space and finds Emily. Emily, she's got Maya back. She knows that, but she decides to go at the defender. Well tackled, Somerville ball. Now officially into the last 10 minutes of this half. And it hasn't been the most eventful, it has to be said. You know, a couple good chances for the Highlanders, but after that, it's been quiet. Strong tackle there from Bridget, and no foul, according to the referee. Good call there, and fair play to the Lynn Classical player. She was quick to get back up on her feet. I think that's one thing about women's soccer that I have to applaud in comparison to men's soccer is the amount of diving and acting that boys and men do compared to women. It's a considerable difference. And I don't know what you want to attribute that to. I'm not going to say anything, but it is what it is. Short goal kick here. Kitty. And unable to play out of the back successfully there is Lynn, so Somerville ball. Kira here. To Jill. Nice switch from Jill, and Violet does really well there, stepping. A little battle for the ball, but she keeps it. Marie. Nice pass to Emily. Emily, good touch inside. Maya keeps the ball. Maya is so good at using her body to protect that ball. It's a really important skill for a forward because defenders are going to be right up on your back. Jill, she can shoot these. Oh, and that was frustrating because you can tell what happened in Jill's mind there. The ball was set up perfectly for her to hit that, but I think she also saw the run of either Maya or Emily out of the corner of her eye, And at the last second, she was like, oh, do I pass this or do I shoot it? Classic dilemma that you face when you're in front of goal. And in the end, it was just a slow roller. Goal kick here. Coach Tony will be, and I don't know if it's disrespectful calling him by his first name, but I mean, my whole life he's been Coach Tony, so I'm calling him Coach Tony. I'm sure he has no problems with that. And if he did, he probably would have said something already. So he's not someone to hide his opinions, which is part of why he's a good coach. Ball played over the top here, but what's the call? Oh, wow. The Highlanders are so lucky, and the Lynn Classical coach is furious there. Awful refereeing. The referee called the foul, even though that pass looked to be a real danger for the Lady Highlanders. They are really lucky there, because had the referee played an advantage, that could have been an opportunity to finally register a shot on goal there. And Coach Tony will know that was almost an exposing of our defense. Let's see how we defend this free kick, though. There's nothing worse than that. And again, for folks at home watching, hold on, let's let this free kick ensue. Oh, she was about to kick it before the referee's whistle, and now the ball played in. It's well controlled with the torso by Jada, but it's cleared out. Maya, nice control with the chest. Cleared up. Kitty does well, though. And Lily keeping that pressure up. Relentless. Lily is in defending from the front. Nice read by Steph there, out for a kick-in. So as I was saying earlier, though, for anyone who might not know, advantage is a very important rule in, I don't know if you call it a rule. Yeah, I guess it's a rule in soccer, where if you have possession of the ball, nice switch there from Jill. Oh, Emily trips over the ball, unlucky there. If you have possession of the ball and you get fouled, but then your team still keeps the ball and is actually able to create something, that's an advantage. So the referee can choose to either call the foul in the moment, or if he can recognize the potential for an attack, or just a continuing of play, then he'll let the foul go. And that's a sign of a good referee, is if they can read a play ahead of it happening and identify the need for advantage. Good ball over the top here. Is that offsides? That looked offsides to me, and indeed it is offsides. It was pretty close, but good call there. Good call. A little early on that run by Jada for Lynn Classical. But yeah, advantage, it's rare, but sometimes, right, if you let an advantage go, it can lead directly to a goal. And that's... and Capasso pointing out just how animated, let's say, the Lynn Classical coaches, decked out in all black, really committing to the look. Jill, what a turn there. Oh, what a turn. Maya, one touch back to Jill. Jill's got Emily. She finds her again. This is beautiful passing from the Highlanders. Finds Jill again. Jill opens up her body again. Oh, she almost got around her again. Oh, take a break on number 3, Jill. And that is a foul called. Wow, okay. A little bit generous there from the referee, but Jill's not going to complain. And it looks like it's actually going to be Maya who takes the free kick. It's pretty far out. It looks like it's just about 30 yards out. Oh, never mind. Referee pushing it back, so now it's about 35 yards. Has to be said, very far for to get a shot on target, but Maya's definitely capable of it. The shot! Well, good connect there. Nice strike, but not quite enough direction on it, and it's directly into the hands of the Lynn Classical keeper. Jill, oh my goodness, the turn there. Jill, Jill, Jill. Too easy for her, man. It's crazy. Tufts University would be lucky to have this girl in their midfield. You gotta say. Lily, nice turn there, but well tackled. And Fenya stepping. Fenya doing a really good job at stopper. And pass to no one exactly, but it's gonna stay in. Bridget keeps it in, plays it upfield, straight to a Lynn Classical player though. Was that a handball? It looked like one to me, but maybe advantage called by the referees or just ignored it. Nice touch there. Oh, unlucky for Jill. Lynn Classical still with the ball. And Steph reading the danger, bringing it out for the Highlanders, relieving that pressure. Ooh, frustrating for her. Slightly misplaced pass. That was a chance potentially for a counterattack, but she was unable to find Maya. That's the most frustrating thing. I mean, I just speaking from experiences, you do the hard thing right? But then, I mean, this applies to anything in life. You do the hard thing right, but then the easy part, you're not able to execute quite the same because you already are happy with the hard part. And, you know, it happens. But Steph knows there's plenty of game left to play here as we are now in the 2 minutes remaining. Ball played through here for Jada. It's a little too heavy for her to take it in on goal herself, but she does well to keep it in. Ball played in. Nice block by Bridget there. Kira to Steph and Shirley. Oh, not quite. And a last-second substitution made by Lynn Classical. I'll never quite understand the reasoning behind the high school rule of stopping the timer at 2 minutes, or not timer, whatever you want to call it. Hold on here, a chance for Lynn Classical. The ball played across. That's not a penalty. Surely no penalty. And he's given the penalty. Oh, the referee. Really unlucky for, wait, did that go? I'm so confused. No, oh, it's a penalty. Okay, yeah. Sorry, it looked like they were celebrating. They're celebrating a little too much. The ball has to go in first, Lynn. But, that's really unlucky for the Highlanders, man. It was an accidental cross by Lynn Classical. It was just a poor shot. And then just looked like a tangling of legs between, I think, Violet and the Lynn Classical attacker. It's a soft penalty, but you got to say, with it being goal-scoring opportunity, probably a penalty. Elizabeth here. Oh, and she's so unlucky. She guessed the right way, but a little too much power on that shot. And, well, this is where you see what champions are made of. There is nothing more difficult than conceding directly before halftime. And the Highlanders are going to need a big second half here if they want to continue on to the final of the GBL. I unfortunately missed the goal scorer, and I apologize to Lynn Classical for that. I was caught up in the moment. Ball out. Maybe a last-second chance here for the Highlanders to create a chance. Jill. Kira back to Jill. Lets everyone across her. Any second now, the referees are going to blow that whistle. Kira. Ooh, finds Lily, but unable to control. That's got to be half. What are these referees doing? Thank you. All right. Halftime here. Somerville unlucky to be down 1-0 after a unfortunate penalty conceded. The Highlanders created really the only chances of the game. That was the only shot on goal by Lynn Classical all half. We'll be back for the second half. A huge second half coming up right now for the Lady Highlanders. And what a frustrating first half that was. Like I said, I'm almost positive Lynn Classical's only shot on goal was that penalty kick 2 minutes before the end of the half. The Highlanders dominated the entire half. They had the better chance with the only chance with a shot from Maya that hit the top right crossbar, as well as that one shot from Lily that went just a little wide as we start the second half. And the Highlanders know that they are the better team. And it's no disrespect to Lynn Classical, but this is a well-versed, well-coached team with great players. And they know that they can put in a much better performance this half. And it looks like Fenya is playing left midfield. Ball played up from Lynn. Nice read by Violet. And Bridget, she'll have to be careful here, but she knows what she's doing. Pass back to Elizabeth. Even though, sorry, we were just talking about how it can always be a little nerve-wracking when the ball goes back to the goalkeeper. It's not a matter of Elizabeth. She's very trustworthy, but just your mind automatically fears the worst. And a good idea there from Jill, but not a good. It's well read. I mean, hold on, that looks way offsides there. Yeah. Way offsides, and she knew it too, Jada, but for a second it wasn't called. Bridget to Steph, and Steph recovers well. Bridget plays the ball up, and it finds Maya. Maya, what a good first touch there on the turn. And she plays it over the top to Lily. Lily, big first touch, maybe a little too big, and it's shielded by Kitty, but cleared out for a Somerville kick-in. And this game is so winnable for the Highlanders. I'm sure that Coach Tony Arias was fuming at halftime because he knows that this is their game to lose. Ball into Maya. Nice block, though, from Lynn Classical. No options, really. Actually, the only option they really had was well found, but Violet close on the back of Jada. And it is a kick in now for Lynn Classical. Ball played through Bridget. Risky there, really risky from Bridget. And Steph saving the day. Saving the day. Oh, and the ball played across. She did so well there, Elizabeth. Ooh, that was risky there. Well, I'm sure that Bridget is the most relieved person in this stadium right now. She's always so composed at that sweeper position and so sure of herself. And the Highlanders really need to tighten things up right now. A little bit of nervousness coming through here, and they're really creating all of their own problems. Stephanie had to be there, or else Lynn Classical player was lurking at the back post there. That was number 11 waiting for that ball, Ava Thurman. Well, that was a scary moment there in these opening 5 minutes for the Highlanders. The last thing you want to do is lose on your own mistakes. You know, if you lose fair and square, that's one thing, but if you're shooting yourself in the foot, you're going to be limping for a while. Here's Jill. Good ball from Jill to Fenya. Fenya, nice job finding Maya, but hard to control. And Kaylee stayed on side here. Good touch inside as well. She still got it. Plays it out wide to Kira. Kira, she has options. She's got Jill. She finds Jill. Jill's got Marie. Marie's got Kaylee in front of her, but can she make a shot for herself? Nice cut and a nice pass. Lily, take a touch. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's a frustrating moment. Lily needs to know that she has all the time in the world there. But that's not entirely her fault either. Somebody there has to be telling her time. She had time. And that's just a matter of communication. Really good touch there by Lily. Marie, another good cut. She's so good at those feints. Maya, nice touch. She's in a tight space there, and it's a little too tight for her. Jada sending herself in a 360. Steph, all given away there. Heavy touch, though. Violet trying to turn out of pressure. Again, the Highlanders trying to be too cute in defense here, doing too much. Bridget, good job to shield it out. But somehow Jada still with the ball. Cut back. First touch is good, but nice turn as well. Violet, though, good tackle and a crucial one there. Man, Coach Tony is he's not happy. And no one on that bench is there. You know, Coach Tony or assistant coach Ariana Medeiros. They'll know that if they want a chance of advancing to the final of the GBL, the Greater Boston League, they'll need to stop with these messy mistakes. Jill saying, get it out of here. I don't want anything to do with it. Almost falls to Maya. Marie, though, good step. Fenya keeps it, finds Jill. Jill, she's got Kira all by herself on the right side there, and she finds her. And Kira, good run, keeps it in play, good touch. Can she find Lily? She can. Lily, one touch back to Kira. Could Lily have turned there? Maybe. Kira keeps it in, though. She finds Lily on the cutback. Or sorry, that's Maya there. That's Lily, and Lily with a shot that doesn't work out. And the Highlanders, they're finding the pockets, they're opening up the spaces, but there's that little bit of composure that's lacking. And Jada here, Violet, such good marking. Still not over, though. Such good marking again. There's no chance that's a penalty, referee, I swear. Okay. Injury here. Violet feeling the effects of that more than her opponent. And she's back on her feet gingerly. She seems to be okay. And great defending there, it has to be said. And reminder, this is a 9th grader. Violet Stickgold. Great signs for the future of the Lady Highlander program. That's one of the most beautiful things about Somerville's sports, is that the Somerville Youth Soccer League is very strong and very involved in the community. An amazing pass there, but a little too much on it. They're going to keep it in play, though. Kira's going to have to be careful that well done. There's a lot of space in behind her, but she made sure that it was not exposed. Well done, Kira, to track back there. That's the, and there's a little bit of that tiredness perhaps showing through. You know, that's one of the hardest things about playing outside midfield, is that sort of like a center midfielder, you know, you're playing offense and defense the whole game. You're never just staying up. You're really, really doing everything. I guess that's a foul. Kaylee showed good strength there, but with it coming from behind, perhaps the right decision by the referee there. And there seems to be a pretty big Lynn crowd here, Lynn Classical, and it does make sense given that this is a semifinal. This is no normal matchup. Elizabeth confidently stepping out and collecting. Yeah, they can start a counter here. They have numbers. It's almost even. Jill, for once, not making the right decision there. But it goes right back to Steph. Steph looking for a teammate. She doesn't really have options, but it falls to Kira. Steph. Marie, under a little pressure here, but aware of it, and she gets the ball out in time. Nice touch from Lily, excuse me. Jill, yet again, winning one of those 50-50s. A 50-50 is a reference to, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but it's when, oh no, there's so much space in the middle here. where is the defending? Thank goodness that was a heavy touch. And the Highlanders need to tighten up there. Very uncharacteristic of them. Not sure what's going on there. But a 50-50 is, you know, yeah, that was great control. Fenya, that's a foul, surely. Yes, free kick to the Highlanders. But yeah, when, you know, there's a ball that's kind of just rolling out or it hits off somebody and then you're contesting with an opponent for it, meaning there's a 50-50 chance you win the ball. One of the most important things in a game is winning those 50-50s. Marie dancing between two defenders. Maya, good turn. Tackle, though. I guess it's clean. Kira, it's still in there. Good tackle, though, but it comes to Steph, and Steph will play it up first time, looking for somebody. Miscommunication, it falls to Lily, looking for Maya, unable to. And Bridget will have to be careful again. That looked off sides, perhaps, no? I don't know, but here's a chance. 2-0, Lynn Classical. And the Lady Highlanders just have not had that defensive strength and togetherness that they have shown so often this season. And a game that looked well in their control is looking that little bit more difficult now. It's very, very far from over. It is very far from over. One goal will completely change the dynamic of this game. Good tackle there from Bridget. Strong body. But, you know, going down 2-0, not something you want to have with 10 minutes gone in the second half. Making their own lives very difficult here, and they'll definitely want at least one goal before the 20-minute water break. The water break that happens at 20 minutes. They don't have a 20-minute water break. That'd be pretty excessive. Corner kick. Bridget unsure at first where that is, but not in a dangerous place, that's for sure. Onside, the Highlanders tried to play them offside, but they're onside here, and Jill just getting that out of there. It's really frustrating looking at this scoreline. It just really doesn't feel deserved. I mean, to be fair, Lynn Classical has been able to open up the Highlander defense multiple times already in this second half, which is something they didn't manage to do for most of the first half. And with the quality that the Lady Highlanders have, you're never going to count them out. But surely they need to start finding some rhythm here if they want to make this comeback a reality. And again, upon further thought on that penalty, I may have already mentioned it, but at the end of the day, probably is a deserved penalty just because had there been no collision, that would have certainly been a goal, barring some miracle of a miss. And that's really kind of the one guaranteed time or scenario where that penalty is going to be called. And occasionally as well, you'll see a red card or a yellow card given, but I think that because there was no intent in it, the referee made the right decision in keeping his cards in his pocket. Usually it's got to be a trip or a push or a pull, something like that, a clear obstruction. Bridget looking for a long pass, doesn't work out. Kira, nicely done there to get it to Lily. Lily, really good first touch to set herself up. That's great hold-up play. Lily, well done. It's really underrated how difficult it is to hold the ball up as a striker. And when I say hold the ball up, you know, as a striker, you're trying to get the ball at all times. But a lot of the time when you receive the ball, your teammates are not yet up with you in the attack. And so one of the biggest things you have to be able to do, nice flick by Jill. Great flick by Jill. And almost a great ball as well. Jada, she's been really dangerous all second half, and she got that second goal. Great skill by Steph. But, you know, that's one of the most important things that for a striker, a forward, is hold-up play. If you can keep the ball long enough for your teammates to join you in the attack and get those numbers. Marie with a lot of space here, although it's eventually shut down. She's been doing those feints and fakes every time she can. Ball from Emily, not able to find anyone. Marie recovers well. Steph. And you hear Coach Tony shouting his instructions to his team. Marie recognizing the defensive organization of Lynn Classical, and it credit to Lynn Classical. They are looking a lot more organized now. They recognize they have a precious 2-0 lead, and they know how quickly things could change when you have someone like this girl on the ball, Maya, so dangerous. At any given moment, she could completely change a game. Kaylee looking for something. There aren't really a lot of options for her, and Marie tackled off the ball. They'll have to be careful here on the counter again. Ball played through, but Elizabeth can get there. She got it. Cleared out. Up to Jill, but unable to win it. And Bridget stepping up. Looking for Kira, just a little too heavy. Somerville ball. Marie. A big step by Bridget, and a good one at that, but potentially be cut out here, although Marie able to recover well. She's been running everywhere, to be fair. Looking slightly gassed. Good through ball, but Bridget, that was an important touch there by Bridget. That could have been another chance for Lynn Classical, and that could have been game, set, match. All bouncing over everybody. Maya, so good. Like I've said already, protecting the ball. Look at that. Sending the defender to the floor without even doing anything. That's just good shielding. Kira, heavy touch and not needed to be in the air, but Maya somehow gets the ball, but eventually pushed off it. And some urgency being shown here from the Highlanders. That's a good sign. They need to show that urgency. They know they're down 2 goals. They don't have time to waste here. Good ball from Kaylee to Jill. Again, though, so many defenders back. Great ball to Kaylee. Kaylee cuts inside, but it's cleared out. Marie, and a free kick for a shove, I suppose, against Kaylee. And a flying elbow. One out of frustration by Kaylee. And 3 substitutions coming in here for Lynn Classical as we approach the final 20 minutes of this game. Again, 20 minutes is plenty of time in the game of soccer, but they're going to need a spark of creativity here, a spark of genius, or a stroke of luck, either or. Something like that penalty we saw given in the first half to Lynn Classical. And Elizabeth gives the ball away here. Nice step by Fenya. Really good step there. And I'm sure that Coach Tony has plenty to say at this water break that's coming up in a couple minutes. Not much time left to deliver some potentially game-changing instructions here. That's number 8 for Lynn Classical with the ball into the box. Maggie Nerich shielded well. Jada doing well there for Lynn Classical. She's a good player, it has to be said. Chance here, falls to number 3. The shot, miss-hit and well wide. No power or conviction behind it. It's one of those weird days if you look up in the sky, it's like almost entirely gray, and then in the way distance you got a nice strip of blue, sunny blue. Kaylee attempting the switch, but it's given directly to Lynn Classical. misplaced pass by Jada. That's Somerville ball. They got to get going here, the Highlanders, and they know it. Emily doing well there. She was tripped up, but the referee didn't see it or decided not to call it. Unfortunate there. Unlucky for Emily. She did well to get past that first defender. What a touch that was. And Jada trying to be cheeky, but doesn't work out in the end. Cheeky is a British term for skillful, clever, audacious, brave. Not really brave, yeah. Audacious. You know, trying something out of the ordinary. Trying to embarrass or, you know, outdo somebody. Mischievous is probably the best word for it. Mischievous. Tried a little back heel spinaroo type drill there.
Turn up now.
Ball played over the top. Good clearance by Fenya, but it's gone straight to Lynn Classical again. Bridget cleared up. Kaylee, good job controlling it there. Nice hold-up play. Cleared up by Fenya, but there's no one there for the Highlanders. And they're gonna need to avoid just punting it upfield if they want to find a way back. And I think that will be now time for the half. Oh, nope, quick kick in here. I assume that the referees will be stopping play here, and the referee checking his watch there, surely momentarily. Nice cutback by Marie. Marie to Maya. She had Kira all alone out wide, but she went for Lily instead. Steph to Marie. Marie keeping the ball well. Fenya, ball up again. Those long balls aren't looking too successful. And a handball there missed by the referees. Kira, though, cross-blocked. She's still got the ball, Kira. And a pass easily intercepted. Marie trying the shot. It's well wide, and surely that now will be the water break, no? So there's the water break, folks. Oh, never mind. Another substitution. I thought there was one each half, right? And there it is. Okay. We'll be back momentarily. Quick water break taken. Part of the COVID-19 protocol. At least I would assume, because they didn't, you know, these players haven't had a full season. So there's a lack of fitness all around and more need for hydration to be safe. And the Highlanders down 2-0. First to an unfortunate penalty, which was Lynn Classical's first real shot of the game a couple minutes before the end of the first half. And this second half was started poorly by the Highlanders. Too porous defensively and not clicking quite like they did in the first half offensively. Great turn there by Maya. Ball into the box. It's gone behind everybody, but an important touch and miscommunication by the Highlanders. They got a talk out there. Good turn. And Fenya's beaten there. And potential here for a counter. It looks like a 3-on-2. And there's a player for Lynn Classical all by herself on the near far post. And the Highlanders are very lucky that was mishit by Ava Thurman.
Ball's on the field. Let's go.
And you hear fans from both sides here in the stands shouting their team on. Kira, nice ball down the wing. Lily marked closely. Great touch by Lily. Finds Maya. Is that a handball? It is. And Lynn really taking their time here. And those are the kind of things that the referees will keep an eye on. In fact, actually, now that I think about it a little bit, so at the professional level, there's a thing called stoppage time. And that is the referees keep track of any significant stoppages during the game. Say there's an injury, or I don't know, a small fight or, tussle, any kind of major pause to the game. The referees add those up, and then at the end of the game, they play that time. So perhaps stopping the clock with 2 minutes left is almost a way of just letting the referees incorporate their own stoppage time. Although I honestly don't know how much high school referees really care about that. I really don't. Kira. Ball to Lily, unsuccessful in a scrap here. Marie does well there. Important touch. Bridget, one touch to Steph. The Highlanders are going to need to speed up the tempo of play here if they want to open up this compact defense of Lynn Classical, who have looked much more organized since going up 2-0. I'm sure they recognize the value of their lead and the danger of conceding a goal. I've said it before, 2-0 is considered the most dangerous scoreline in a game of soccer because one goal and you can risk losing it. Elizabeth. Yeah, and good point from Chris Capasso. Jill, who ended the first half on a limp, has not been as active in this second half as she is so well known for being. And that certainly is in part the reason behind the Highlanders slowing down in terms of productivity and creativity. Nicely done there by Lynn English to drive through the middle. And offsides, surely, no? Yes, clearly offsides. And Highlanders happy there because that would most likely have been game, set, match. It's a painful feeling because at 2-0, right, you feel like you can still come back. One goal changes everything. Even if I don't know what the rules are actually here. If this game ended in a tie, I would assume it would probably go to penalties just because, it's been a shortened season and extra time would be kind of cruel on these players. But either way, even if you tie, you still give yourself a chance to win the game in the end. Great work there by Jill, but Kira unable to get there first. But once that third goal goes in, you know, your stomach drops a bit and you're like, oof, that's a steep hill to climb. And they'll know that if there's going to be another goal in this game, the Lady Highlanders will want it to be theirs. And a free kick here for them. Whoa. Attempt there. It wasn't that far off, it has to be said. But Elizabeth didn't look too concerned there. And she's taking the quick goal kick short. Punt here from Elizabeth. It goes straight to Lynn Classical, though. Marie. Ooh, good turn there by Maggie Nerich. And Bridget does well to read, and Elizabeth as well. She comes out secure. And Kaylee does well to keep it in. Time is really ticking now for the Highlanders. Under 12 minutes remaining here. And you just kind of see in the body language of these players, there's not too much energy left. It's a really bad feeling when you know that you deserve a better scoreline than what you see. Jill, amazing feat. She just creates space out of nothing. Maya, good ball out wide to find Kira in stride. Back to Maya again. Great touch with the left. Oh my goodness. But the pass is too short, and almost a near chance there for the Highlanders to maybe put something together. Just again, that final pass has been missing all game long. Good ball here, though. Cleared out. Jill to Marie. Misplaced pass, and the body language says it all. Frustration for the Highlanders. Cleared up by Bridget. Kitty. Bridget, another really good step there, but it's given straight to Lynn Classical again, and a lot of space here for Maggie, although Emily tracks back well, and that's a harmless ball to Elizabeth De Silva as we approach now the closing 10 minutes of the semifinal of the GBL. Ball played back by Steph. Elizabeth clears it out. Straight to Lynn Classical, though. Fenya clears it out again. But these clearances just aren't finding a Highlander. There's a lack of that availability, that connection there, that it's just eluding them. Through ball here. There's a player in the middle. Is the cross going to be found? No, it's a poor decision in the end, and the Highlanders are pretty fortunate that this game is still within reach, but if they don't get one soon, things are not going to look too pretty for them. And it's a shame, too, after what's been a really good season for the Lady Highlanders. after, you know, not having a fall season. And the season before, they won the GBL for the first time in a very long time. A remarkable achievement for Coach Tony. So happy for him and so proud of him for doing that. It was brave of him to leave because, as some of you may know and some of you may not know, Coach Tony was one of the assistant coaches for the boys soccer team for a very long time. He was one of my coaches. But he decided to take on the girls program, and he has transformed this team into a really strong. That was a handball, no? Okay. He's transformed this team into a really solid, organized, creative, exciting team. And he's really put his own mark on this program. And it's only the beginning still. I think he's 5 or 6 years in now. And it's a process. As Chris Capasso here knows, an excellent hockey coach, you don't just get an excellent team overnight. You got to get the right pieces in motion. It's not just about skill. It's about the camaraderie. It's about the chemistry. It's actually more about chemistry than it is about skill. I like that. Will over skill. I've never heard that. How have I never heard that? Will over skill. Couldn't have put it any better. Great turn by Maya. Kaylee's on side here, and she's done well there to stay on side, but again, just really crowded whenever the Highlanders try to make something happen. Jada motioning for a ball played through there, and it's out of play just barely. And Ava there showing some sportsmanship that some might not show in a semifinal, bringing the ball back for the Highlanders. I might have kicked that ball down the line, but I'm not encouraging that. Steph. And a chance here to finish the game, and it's 3-0. That's it, folks. The Lady Highlanders, after an excellent season, that was number 9, Jada Mateo, who's been the main threat for Lynn Classical all evening. A heartbreaking loss, it has to be said. And everything that could go against the Lady Highlanders tonight really has gone wrong. 3-0 is such an inaccurate reflection of this game. But hey, at the end of the day, this is a game of finishing. You can have all the chances in the world, but if you're not able to put them in the back of the net, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. And that's a bitter taste that is now settling into the mouths of these Lady Highlanders, as well as head coach Tony Arias and assistant coach Ariana Medeiros. Turn here by Maya. And now it's really just a matter of getting a consolation goal or you know, stemming the bleeding, I guess. You know, you don't want to concede a 4th or a 5th, and that's a frustrated pull of the arm there by Maya. Relax, it's fine. Frustration showing there, and understandably so. It's a deflating feeling, whether you're an athlete or not. We've all taken losses before, but it hits different when you're a competitor, because that's the single worst thing there is losing. And again, the Highlanders need to be careful here not to make this scoreline worse than it is. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Just over 5 minutes remaining here. Lily coming off for, I can't quite make out who that is up top now. Emily. To Jill. Jill again. It just hasn't been our night, folks. Afternoon, night, whatever you might want to call it. We look a little bit tired. Nice block there by Jill. And who is this on the ball? Apologies, I can't quite see her numbers. That's number 8. That's Aaliyah Vasquez, another freshman. So again, while this season is coming to a really sad close for the Lady Highlanders, and it is the last game at Dilboy Stadium for these seniors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So a special shout out to Stephanie, Bridget, Kira, Jill, Heba, and Manal. We will miss your service to the Somerville High School soccer program, and we thank you for playing with your heart at all times. But Coach Tony, though, with some hope on the horizon here, as there are 3 freshmen currently on the pitch. Actually, no, I think we're down to 3 now. But you know, we started the game with 3, and we've had at least 3 freshmen on the pitch at the same time this whole game. So a bright future for the Highlanders, but certainly not the way that they wanted to end this season. Marie. Oh, nice. She's always got that on lock. She's so good at those feints. And a good pass as well, actually, to Maya, but either Maya thought she was preparing for a shot there, or maybe just a little too much on it. It was pretty close to her in proximity. Jill. Yeah, Jill not able to settle there, and you can tell that Jill is far from 100%. You have to applaud her commitment and her commitment to playing through whatever niggle or pain she's having, but it's clear that she is not able to contribute as much as she is so revered for. Stephanie here letting Elizabeth grab it. Bridget with another step. And, you know, Bridget, I mean, really a shout out to all of our seniors. They've all played with their heart and soul, and they've contributed a lot. And you got to feel for them. But at least, right, at least they got that GBL championship that really was a massive achievement considering how long it had been. I think it had been at least 10 years since the Lady Highlanders had last won the GBL. So that's something beautiful that they'll always have. When I was at the new high school today, I was looking at our banners of the GBLs we won and the, you know, North Division and East Championship we won. You know, that'll always be there for them, and that means a lot. That's a legacy right there to inspire future generations of young soccer players, young ladies soccer players here in Somerville. Marie. Ball played into the middle. Maya doesn't quite fall to her in time, though. Played upfield, and just a matter of seconds here now before the final whistle. And, you know, to be fair, you got to give credit to Lynn Classical because sometimes you have to win ugly, and it has not been the prettiest of performances by them. But at the end of the day, it's always about what's on the scoreboard. And so it is what it is. There's always next year, and thankfully they won't have to wait so long because, well, the new season starts in a few months. That's it, folks. That's full time. The Lady Highlanders season has come to an end in a 3-0 defeat at home to Lynn Classical. A great season for the Highlanders and some excellent performances throughout, but they just came up short when it mattered most, and you got to tip the hat to Lynn Classical, but also to the Lady Highlanders and Coach Tony Arias for putting together an excellent team. It's been an honor announcing these games, folks, and I look forward to being back here in the fall, hopefully without a mask on and with a lot more people in the stands. My name is Marcelo Brociner. Stay safe and have a great summer, everybody. Bye.